Hi guys, welcome back to EduWed channel. Today we are discussing a bacteriological topic. So we'll be dealing with the bacteriology of the bacteria and the disease causing, the toxins, the cultural characters, the morphological features and all. So for Staphylococcus, there will be two videos. Part 1 will be dealing with the general Staphylococcus and part 2 will be dealing with the toxins and virulence factors. So getting to the video. Actually, Sir Alexander Oxton first discovered the Staphylococcus. And the type species is Staphylococcus aureus. It is belonging to the phylum Firmicutes and it is an opportunistic organism that is affecting both animals and human beings. They colonize the nasal cavity, skin, and mucous membrane and produce many intestinal lesions also. So, morphology, they are actually coccals, so spherical cells, stain readily with aniline dyes, and they are non-acid fast, non-motile, non-spore forming. That is, they are having no flagella, and gram positive. That is, they will be having more amount of teichoic acid or teichoic acid, whatever. So moving to the cultural characters, they are aerobic and facultatively anaerobic. That is, facultatively anaerobic means little bit amount of uh, oxygen will be taken by them whenever they are living in an oxygen deprived situation. So on solid media, Staphylococcus aureus will be producing golden yellow colonies. It was asked in many ICR examination and state level EG entrance question was there. And albus, Staphylococcus albus. Albus means usually white, the albinos white. Yeah, now citrus. It was later discovered and it was producing lemon yellow colonies. Now the selective media, it is an important MCQ question. Mannitol salt agar, Bade Parker agar, and Ludlam's medium. Actually, Ludlam's medium is mainly used to selectively isolate Staphylococcus aureus in human infections. Mannitol salt agar is the selective media because mannitol salt agar containing salt and this organism is halophilic. That is, they selectively multiply in the presence of salt. Now, Staphylococcus is capable of liberating B factor into the medium, which favors the growth of Haemophilus organism. This mechanism is known as satellitism, and I'll be doing a different video on satellitism. So please watch it. Now moving to the cultural characters, they are catalase positive and oxidase negative and positive for urease. So for remembering the catalase positive and this oxidase test, the positive and other test, you can see my video on this test. I'll give the link below. Now IMVIC negative, that is indole negative, methylred positive, Vegas Prosker positive, citrate positive. Sometimes some strains also behave as Vegas Prosker negative. So Staphylococcus aureus produces acid by fermenting the sugar present and no gas, that is they will not produce any gas. So the coagulase test, you can see my video on coagulase test. So double hemolysis and hot to cold lysis phenomenon is the features. So you can also see my video on hemolysis, coagulase test, IMVIC test, catalase test, all I'll be giving the link. So these are the specialties. So coagulase, so you can see the coagulum happening there. So toxins, you can see my video on toxins. So the diagnostic methods are culture methods, that is culturing on the selective media. And the coagulase test, you can identify the coagulase negative staphylococci and coagulase positive staphylococci. You can easily differentiate. So the bacteriotyping, that is bacteriophage typing, and the antibiotic sensitivity test by Kirby-Boyer method. So disease in humans, actually, the common pyogenic infection is skin and soft tissues. They will be producing musculoskeletal osteomyelitis, respiratory tonsillitis, pharyngitis, and in CNS they produce abscess. Also, they produce toxins. We'll be leading with the toxins in a different video. And this toxin is producing food poison, toxic shock syndrome, then Staphylococcus scalded skin syndrome or the Richter's disease. Disease in animals, it is actually botrychomycosis in horses, mastitis in cattle, pymia in lambs, bumblefoot in poultry, or the wing rot gangrenous dermatitis or blowing infection. So these words which I have given in a bold marks will be asked for the entrance examination. So you have to be very careful with these bolden letters. So in pig, they produce greasy pig disease. Actually, greasy pig disease is also a big infection, bacterial infection in pigs. So you should be very alarmed with this greasy pig disease. So treatment is actually penicillin is the drug of choice, and new synthetic penicillin such as methicillin, oxazilins are effective. Resistance to beta-lactam antibiotics is often due to the plasmid encoded beta-lactamase. So be aware with the use of clavulinic acid. Points: biofilm formation and Staphylococcus epidermidis. It is the main factor. Now the nosocomial Staphylococcus aureus. It's actually sometimes whenever we are in the hospital scenario, we will be getting the infection. That is, the clinicians or the people who live within the hospitals will get the infection of Staphylococcus aureus. So methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus is a hospital strain because it is found in infection mostly after the post-operative sessions. They are also called as epidemic strains. This was asked in one public service commission examination. So the main concern is about the community acquired MRSA, that is, bacteria are gaining resistance against the antibiotics. So these are the lesions which they produce in the human's boils. Staphylococcus scalded skin syndrome or the Richter's disease. See small pustules, lesions. Now in animals, they produce in the nose region, in the ventral perineal region. So this was actually a normal dog, and when it has got infection with the Staphylococcus, entire appearance has got. These are small pustules and small erythematous lesions and small necrotic pustules. So this is the identification of gram-positive cocci. Thank you. Please don't forget to watch part 2 video of Staphylococcus, the toxins and virulence factors.